Hi, my name is Becky Brown, and this is another one of my beautiful bits with Becky Brown. So this is the third in my parenting series, and so we are on the third C of parenting, which is consequences. So when I was younger, I began thinking, what kind of consequences would I want to give to my kids? And I decided that my first line of defense would be natural. So natural consequences run something like this. Let's say that I've given my kids an ice cream cone, and one of them is jumping around with her ice cream cone, and I say, sweetie, I think you need to sit down, because if you don't, you're likely to drop the ice cream off of the cone, and if that happens, I'm not buying you another one. And she continues to kind of jump around because she's pretty excited. And sure enough, the ice cream falls off the cone. And of course she's in tears and, Mommy, please buy me another one, please. I'll sit down, I promise. And I'm like, I'm sorry, sweetie. I asked you to sit down. You chose not to do that. And so you've lost your ice cream. I'm so sorry. Maybe next time you'll sit down when I ask you to. So that is natural. The second line of defense is logical. So logical works something like this. Let's say one of my kids is dragging in the morning and so is always late to school. So I say, you know what, sweetie, it seems to me like you're having trouble getting going in the morning because you're tired. So we're going to be going to bed 10 minutes earlier tonight, and we'll continue to do that until you have 2 days in a row that you are ready by the front door with your backpack and your lunch at 7:30 so that we can be on time to school. So that is logical because it makes perfect sense. If you're not getting enough sleep, you're not going to be able to get moving fast enough in the morning. Then the third one is anything that works. So you observe your child and you see what your child likes to do. For some kids that will be video games. For some kids that will be television. For some kids it will be playing outside. For some kids it will be talking to you and spending time with you. So you figure out what it is that they really like and you take some of that away. Now, the recommendation is about 1 minute for every 1 year old that they are. So if they're 5 years old, they're going to lose 5 minutes of that outdoor playtime if that's what they enjoy doing. So let's say that you have a child who is under 2 and doesn't seem to really get the whole consequence thing. What you do with a child who's under 2 is you get a nice big chair, like an armchair. You put your child behind you in the chair, you put their little legs out in front of you, and you take their little arms and wrap them around you. But they're getting your back. You're sitting in front of them. They're getting your back. Getting your back at that age is very punishing to them. So again, you only need to do it until they are quiet for 1 minute. And you tell them, quiet down, and you will be able to go. They're quiet for 1 minute, you let them go, and you say, don't do that again. Now, when your child has done something wrong, if they're old enough to understand how to be able to verbalize that to you, make them verbalize it when they are done with their punishment, whatever that punishment is. You say, okay, so what is it that got you into timeout? What is it that you had done? Okay, how are you going to do that differently next time? Because if they don't begin thinking about how they're going to do it differently, they're probably going to do the same thing over and over again. So I hope this has been helpful, and I wish you the best with your kids.